Start. How does mental health impact students in school or university?
Personally, I haven't been to school or university in a while. I last went to university in 2015. So my perception is that students nowadays place a lot of pressure on themselves
Right.
to achieve the best results possible.
Yeah.
Apart from that, there's pressure from family members
Yeah.
and from social media as well to on students to present the most perfect image of themselves.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure that they undergo a lot of pressure on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And if they choose not to talk about it, their mental health surely will deteriorate.
Right. Okay. Uh, if you allow me, then I will ask next
Please.
question. Yeah. What role does the workplace play in supporting mental health?
The workplace plays a very important role in supporting mental health. For instance, I do not get along with, let's say, two of my colleagues. So, to preserve my mental health, I choose not to interact with them as much. I try to guard myself because they're insensitive towards my mental well being. On the other hand, most of my colleagues are very supportive, very appreciative, and are always very diplomatic with their statements, as am I. And I'm grateful to be working in a place like that. However, most jobs in Bangladesh have are I mean they have high pressure environments, and a lot of things can be said in the heat of the moment. And I feel in any workplace, it's always better to hash things out over a cigarette or coffee after towards the end of the shift. Because what happens is if you don't talk things out, you internalize it, and then people start to resent each other. And that for me is a heavy burden to carry. That also, towards the end of the day, deteriorates mental health. Has a, I don't, I mean, probably has a bad impact on the mental health. So I would suggest talk things out, be kind to each other in the workplace because we are at work most of the time, at least those of us who are working.
Yeah. Third question. What are some daily habits that help maintain good mental health?
For me personally, some of the habits that I incorporate to maintain my own mental well being is getting up early, going to bed early. I try to get in some physical exercise. Recently, I have been dipping into the swimming pool using a steam sauna, and although most people do not have access to that, I would recommend maybe you could try and go for a walk. Recently, a friend of mine had told me that cardio is the cure for all depression. Although I cannot say that there is one cure for depression, I can say that it definitely helps to go for a walk, to get on the treadmill, get some exercise, and it is a good outlet for anyone who's going through something. And I try to open up to the people in my life, at least people I feel comfortable talking to. I keep some people close to me who I can share things with, and I try to get a load off my chest, so to speak. If something's bothering me, I talk to XYZ. I have created a support system for myself that, okay, if I'm going through something difficult, I will speak to these two people. If not that, there's ChatGPT.
Okay, last final one question. What are some ways we can reduce the stigma around mental illness?
Very good question, because it seems like there is still a lot of stigma around mental illness
Right.
in 2025 in Bangladesh. As a society, I've already mentioned that we need to be more empathic and more well informed regarding these very real issues such as depression, anxiety, insomnia. For me, I personally don't know how could we reduce the stigma, but perhaps we could help raise awareness about these topics. And I would encourage anyone going through any mental health issues to either talk to an anonymous chat group or talk to AI.
Yeah.
Help spread the word. Mental health issues are real. It can cause people to make or break themselves.
Right.
A mentally healthy person who is happy can be so much more productive to society in whole and make it better. Whereas a person who is mentally unstable could either be self-destructive or be a nuisance to others. I hope I was able to answer that question.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your time. Done.